The life story of a honey bee.
A world in miniature. Deep inside a humming hive, hidden within a forest or a quiet backyard box, exists a world more organized, disciplined, and purposeful than many human societies. This is the world of the honey bee, one of the most extraordinary insects on Earth. They are more than just pollinators or honey makers. Each bee lives a story, short, yet full of duty, danger, and devotion. Let us take you on the full life journey of a honey bee, where every role matters and every life, though tiny, is immensely significant. Chapter 1. The Birth of a Hive. Every honeybee colony begins with a single decision, the queen's decision to lay an egg. In spring, a new hive may swarm and split from its old home, guided by a queen and thousands of workers to a new location. Once settled, the queen, the mother of all, begins her task to lay up to 2,000 eggs per day. She lays each egg in a hexagonal wax cell built by her daughters, the worker bees. Depending on how the egg is nurtured, it can become a worker, a drone, or even a new queen. Chapter 2. The Egg, a Promise of Life. Every bee's journey begins as an egg, a tiny oval speck no bigger than a grain of sand. For 3 days, it lies motionless in its waxy cradle, absorbing warmth and energy. After 3 days, something stirs. The egg hatches into a larva, blind, soft, and hungry. Chapter 3. Larval Life, Fed by Love. The larval stage is crucial. For 6 days, the larva is fed royal jelly, a nutrient-rich secretion produced by nurse bees. If the larva is chosen to become a queen, she will continue receiving only royal jelly. If not, her diet changes to be bread, a mix of pollen and nectar. During this time, the larva grows 1,500 times its original size, curling into a shiny, white sea inside its cell. On the 6th day, the nurse bees cap the cell with wax, and the larva begins its transformation. Chapter 4. Metamorphosis, the Making of a Bee. Inside the dark, sealed cell, a silent miracle unfolds. The larva spins a silk cocoon and begins metamorphosis, transforming into a pupa. Legs form. Wings take shape. Antennae stretch out. Eyes, now black and compound, develop to see the world for the first time. After about 12 days inside the cocoon, the bee begins to chew through the wax cap, emerging slowly into the light, an adult bee, ready to serve the hive. Chapter 5. The Worker Bee, a Life of Service. Worker bees are sterile females and form the majority of the colony. Each one lives for about 5 to 6 weeks during the summer. Their life is short but incredibly full. They follow a specific timeline of jobs. Days 1 to 3. Cleaning. Newly emerged bees clean their own cells and those of their neighbors. Clean cells are critical for egg laying and larval development. Days 4 to 11. Nursing. They become nurse bees, feeding larvae royal jelly or bee bread. They also tend to the queen, grooming and feeding her constantly. Days 12 to 17. Building and receiving. Now, they produce wax from special glands and build honeycombs. They also receive nectar from foragers, processing it into honey. Days 18 to 21. Guarding. Some worker bees become guards, protecting the hive from wasps, robber bees, and intruders. They inspect every incoming bee to ensure it belongs to the colony. Days 22 to 42. Foraging. Finally, the bee becomes a forager, the most dangerous job. She flies out in search of nectar, pollen, water, and propolis. She dances upon return, performing the famous waggle dance to tell others where food is. Foraging bees may visit 50 to 100 flowers in one trip. Chapter 6. The Drone, A Life for Love. Drones are male bees. They don't have stingers, they don't gather nectar or build comb, and they can't feed themselves well. Their only purpose is to mate with a virgin queen. Drones live a peaceful life in the hive, eating and resting. On warm days, they take flight in search of queens. If successful, the drone mates in midair, a glorious but fatal moment. His abdomen ruptures and he dies instantly. Those who do not mate are often expelled from the hive in autumn, left to die in the cold. Chapter 7. The Queen, Mother of Thousands. The queen bee is the heart of the hive. She can live for 3 to 5 years if healthy. She mates once in her life with up to 20 drones, storing their sperm in her body. She lays up to 200,000 eggs a year and emits a special queen pheromone, a scent that tells the colony she is alive and well. If she weakens, the workers may raise a new queen to replace her. Queens are raised by feeding selected larvae only royal jelly in specially constructed cells. Chapter 8. Communication, the silent language. Honeybees communicate not with words, but with dance, scent, and touch. The waggle dance tells direction and distance. The trumble dance signals the need for more nectar processors. Bees use pheromones to alert danger, mark flowers, or guide the queen's behavior. Every motion in the hive is a message. Chapter 9. Death, a silent goodbye. Worker bees, after exhausting their wings and energy during foraging, usually die outside the hive. Some fall mid-flight, some collapse at the entrance. No funeral is held, yet their absence is felt. A sister takes her place. In winter, bees huddle together in a tight ball, keeping the queen warm. Many die of cold or starvation, but the colony survives, thanks to their sacrifice. Even in death, a honeybee serves the hive. Chapter 10. A New Beginning. As winter fades and flowers bloom, a new queen may lead a swarm, taking half the hive to build a new home. With her come builders, guards, nurses, and future foragers. A single flight, a single queen, a brand new colony. And thus begins again the beautiful, buzzing circle of life, a journey of creation, service, sacrifice, and survival. The legacy of the bee. The honeybee's life may seem small, but its impact is mighty. It pollinates 70% of crops, produces honey, and sustains ecosystems. Each bee is a miracle of design, discipline, and devotion, a tiny life that teaches us the power of purpose and unity.